What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Franchise Play. Gotta tell you about this new app called RotoQL. RotoQL works for users for DraftKings as well as FanDuel, and it does two things primarily. It saves time when you're picking lineups. The second thing that it does is obviously what? It helps you win more. RotoQL is designed to give you the same types of tools that the pros, that the hardcore daily fantasy sports players use to get success. You can get in on RotoQL with a three-day free trial by going to the link right here at the bottom of the screen. RotoQL.com/YouTube. Also, take a look in the description. You need to just click on it as well as some additional information. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. Dante's back. Dante Withenshaw, the 6'7", 230-pound center fielder. The second episode of his road to the show. So it's time for him to go through the first year player showcase, and there's manager Aguero, and he has some skin problems. Got to get Aguero some Proactive or something, because it's going on his face. Too many years of chewing tobacco in the dugout or something. I don't know. But we're getting ready for the 60-yard dash. And this is supposed to be to take some of the jitters away. It's right before you start doing the more skilled stuff. And I'm trying to tell you, Dante can move. He can move. He can move. So I'm asking Mr. Aguero, and I'm trying not to concentrate on this skin issue. I'm asking him, should I try to hit bombs or what? You know, should I go out there and tee off? You know, I say, no, you know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take some practice swings first. Yeah, you know, hitting frozen ropes. Hitting frozen ropes. These are just practice swings, so act like you didn't see it. Do what I tell you and act like you didn't see it. It's a practice swing. Do what I tell you and act like you didn't see it. Just pretend you didn't see it. Now, what Dante's doing, outside of hitting hot ones like that, oh yeah, that's out of here. Let's go. He's trying to decide which view does he want to hit from. You guys know Dante and other people like Lucius Lambert have hit from the pitcher view, but Dante is he's considering breaking the mold. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you right now. Dante's going to go back and forth. He's going to see which one works best for him. Right about now, he's making pretty good contact. That's a fly out, though. That's a fly out. So let's just be honest. That's a fly out. All right, so we've already started the evaluation, and a little contact like that ain't gonna help Dante's stock, not one bit. But that one was hit good, but you're a little too far out in front of it. Dante, slow down. Slow down. Google it up. Brand Nubian. Act like you didn't see that. Act like you didn't see it. Dante Withenshaw is a very big fan of old school hip hop and old school pop references. So if you understand about ESPN, that was the whiff. But he very much loves old school hip hop. So right about now, during this entire hitting session, he's got the very underrated classic from Brand Nubian's album, Everything Is Everything. And it's called Claiming I'm a Criminal. And it didn't work out good for him. Perhaps because he didn't get a chance to hear Sadat X's verse. That's the best verse of the song. That's the best verse of the song. But he didn't. He was just at Lord Jamal's verse, which is, Lord Jamal's verse is cool. But it's not like, I was frustrated, I can't do no more push-ups. That's the one you need to hear. Now, the word on Dante coming into his talent session is that his glove is better than his bat right now, but there are very, very high prospects and high hopes on his hitting tool. They think that that's going to come into play, but right about now they think the fielding is the best. Right there, he was a little confused. He lost time or something. I don't know what happened, but he had a little bit of problem. His route to the ball was not ideal, but all that matters at the end of the day is, did you catch it? And he didn't catch that one. Dante told his agent he's not going to be diving in this showcase because he ain't got no money yet. So if he dive and he hurt himself, he ain't gonna get no money. You understand? See, this is a poor route there, but he ends up recovering. He's 6'7", so he don't have to get as close as everybody else because he's got some wingspan. He got the wingspan of a condor, is what we like to say. Going back on this ball, that route wasn't too bad. But he makes the catch. And you can see his draft stock is a little up. But I'm telling you, I got to think that had he hit the ball a little bit better, that, this would be looking even better for him. But right about now, it's looking a little tight, not looking quite exactly how we wanted it to look for him. But you can't worry about the hitting right now. The hitting is already done. You just got to catch everything that's hit to you. Catch each and everything that's hit to you. Now, he's not supposed to have headphones in, but he does have some headphones in. And while these headphones are blaring, like I told you, he loves the old school hip hop. So right about now, he's listening to a little bit of that Nas, And we're not talking about Illmatic, which is one of the greatest hip hop albums ever lived. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the following album, Stillmatic, I believe it is. Maybe it's not the following album. I think it might be the album after. I think Godson might be the one right after that. I can't remember. I get them mixed up. But anyway, the song that's playing is The Message. One of the greatest verses in Dante's opinion that you ever want to hear. Through the lights, cameras, and action, glamour glitters and gold, I unfold the scroll, plant seeds to stampede the globe. When I'm deceased, by then the beasts to rise like yeast to carve a peace, leaving savages to roam in the streets. That one. That's what's in his ear right now, as he's catching everything. So he should have probably been listening to Nas when he was up to bat, because then he probably would have been doing a little bit better at the plate. But nonetheless, hey, it works out all right. And his arm strength is going to come. Now, I'm going to tell you something that Dante's unhappy with, is whenever he's shown in a cutscene, he loses about 5 inches off his height. He's 6'7", but all of a sudden in a cutscene, he becomes 6'2". What's going on with that? So, Jeff Evans of the MLB Scouting Bureau is talking to him. He's giving him some compliments. Most of because Dante's know he's lying to him to a degree, because he didn't hit the ball that well, but they talking to him like he just was like Ken Griffey Jr. or somebody. But that's not the case. So Dante said, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it real straight, which I ain't gonna go all crazy. And here's the talent show like gangbusters and real clutch stuff. I don't know what this guy's talking about, and I just said okay. What else I'm gonna say? If you're sitting up in my face lying to me about what I did, I know how well, and if you came up to me and told me you caught everything, that's right, I did. I caught everything. If you came up to me and said you really swung the bat kind of bad, then I say, you know what, you got a point. You got a point right there. You got a point. All right, now Dante has a Jerry curl, but it's a little dry, and the point of a Jerry curl is to look wet and moist at all times. Nobody wants a dry curl. Nobody wanted that. So now Dante he's talking to his advisor, and is talking about scout day, and they need to decide what your next move is going to be. You know what? Dante has nerves of steel, so he ain't worried about getting nervous and all that. He's not worried about that. First of all, he doesn't like putting phones all the way up to his head. He heard something about the radiation, and now that's why he always holds it a little off his head, just in case you were, just in case you was wondering. But Dante likes to be involved in the business dealings that are going on. He don't want, the agent. You don't want a nightmare situation where the agent ends up taking your money. See, so whatever you do, just stay focused on taking care of your business. Speaking of, you still up for those showcases? You better believe I'm playing in the showcases player. What do you think I'm doing here? So this game one of the showcase, Dante is from the Central region, from Illinois, the Ill State, and so hey, first and foremost, I believe we're taking on the West region. And you see, scouts are in attendance. They're in attendance. And they ready to watch Dante. And Jose Diaz is the pitcher for the West. I don't know if this is like the West Prison District or what, because Jose Diaz looked like he has some skeletons in his closet. Things that he don't want everybody to know about what he did back in Racine, Illinois. I don't know what's going on. Dante Withenshaw is up, 18 years old. Are you feeling me? with the money green bat, and we still hitting from from this camera view. Dante is with it, and I'm gonna tell you something right now that you see on the screen that Dante doesn't like. I'll tell you something about Dante. Dante does not like Showtime. He don't like Showtime. He don't need Showtime. As a matter of fact, he hates Showtime. So shortly, Showtime will not be showing anymore. Dante is a HBO guy. No, I don't mean Showtime the network. Dante loves Showtime the network. He loves the boxing that comes on Showtime the network. Also used to be a big Dexter fan. He was only 12 when it was coming on, so he had no business watching anything like Dexter because it's very much an adult show. But Dante was big for his age, and his mama would forget how old he is at times and let him watch things he didn't have no business watching. So he loves Showtime, but not Showtime in the MLB the show sense. That's what he doesn't like. And and you asked in the interview, Donahue is not his name. In an interview, Dante was asked, why don't you like Showtime, as he flies out in his first bat on the showcase. And he said that he feels that it's cheating. He said in real life, you don't get to slow down time like you playing Max Payne or something. If you get shot out there, you get shot. If you're out in the street playing gangster and you get shot, you don't get to slow the bullet down. So in baseball, I don't want to slow the ball down. I don't want to slow my arm down. I don't want to slow everybody else down. We want everybody to move at their natural pace. So second at bat of the showcase, first pitch swinging. Dante's a little bit amped up, as you can tell. He's out in front of a lot of pitches. That's one thing that he does notice that happens when he tries to hit from this view. He's out in front of a lot of pitches. And the off-speed stuff really freaks him out. Big people don't like off-speed pitches. Just remember that. Hit that one pretty good. Base hit. First hit of the showcase. First hit, period. As a professional. Well, yeah, pretty much. First hit. Everybody, come on. Somebody give him some love here. He came up with his first hit. That's cause for celebration. A nice little 3-hopper in the right field. All right, 1 for 2 with a single in the third. Up for his third at bat. Look at the batter difficulty. Now, Dante believes taking things at his own pace, so he don't jump out to a certain skill level or nothing like that. He don't come up asking for the number one pitcher out the gate. He comes up. He's got to do something about his running style. His running style is big, lumbering, and stupid looking. So at some point, he's going to have to change that. I don't know why, when, or whatever. But fourth at bat, top of the 6th inning, you got to run on base. But Central is up. Oh, he guessed right. Oh, you got to do. See, I'm upset with Dante. When you guess right, Dante, and you get a good swing on the ball, you got to put the barrel on the bat when you know where it's coming. Oh, got in there and jammed him up like too much cheese. And yeah, so fifth at bat, they sent Dante going to the plate at a rapid pace. Now, he really shouldn't swing at that, but he did anyway. And if he was going to swing at it, he definitely should not have tried to pull it, because that pitch was up and away. If you're going to serve that, you'd have served that right in the left field. But nonetheless, the Central win. But let's just be honest. At this stage of a career, a prospect is not so much concerned with winning the game. I mean, he's not going to tell a general manager or a scout that. But in this type of showcase, Dante could care less if the Central team wins. Dante's trying to improve his stock so that he can be drafted high, make lots of money, buy lots of shoes, cars, and marry a beautiful woman. That's what Dante's goals are. So none of that is contingent upon the Central Prospects team winning, but they did. So that's just extra icing on the cake. All right, Dante, the advisor's talking again. So, I've gotten a few calls from scouts sniffing around. Some questions came up about money and stuff. That's what we want. Let's talk about money. So, like what? Like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not going to stay focused for after the draft. No. I'm thinking about it, though, because that's the politically correct thing to say. But no, we ain't Like what? Like what? Like what about the money? Because Dante, why you think my bat is green? Like, how much of a bonus you're gonna need to get you to sign? I want all of it. I want a JD Drew bonus. I want a Mark Pryor bonus is what I want. I just said we'd expect for fair market value. Fair market value. I'm Dante Withenshaw, man. You know, and they want to know about if I'm teasing to go back to school and everything like that. I'm interested in that. I like to play negotiation games to decide what we're gonna do. We want them to draft you, but we also want to be able to use the possibility of school as leverage in negotiations. Yeah. I can handle a complex negotiation thing. I can handle it. Bring me in the room. I can do both. I can swing the bat and we can negotiate. You promise. See, that's the thing. You scare me when you start talking about you promise. You scare me. But we'll see. I'm gonna trust you. I ain't got no other choice. So we're going into the game. We're going into game 2 of the showcase, and let's see what Dante does this. Now, we told you we go back and forth a little bit with this camera view. Is it time to do it right now? This is Dante's last chance to shine. I mean, he really only had one hit the last game. He swung the bat okay, but you know, made some good contact. Robert Shabaya looks like a serial killer from the late 70s, so that's scary. That's a little scary. I don't know, you know, a serial killer or a catcher from that. Maybe that's the same thing. I don't know, but he looks scary. But Dante Withenshaw was 1 for 5 in the first game, and yes, he is a switch hitter, so we got a righty on the mound. Dante's hitting from the left side, and we have changed the hitting view. Let's see if Dante can make some good contact from here. It ain't starting off good. The strike low and away, couldn't get a beat on it. Now Shabaya looks like he might have a little bit better stuff than Will Perez or Will Diaz. I can't remember what his name was, the first pitcher. But Shabaya might have that business. Oh, that's good contact, ain't it? Yeah, that's deep. Oh, it's foul. Out in front of it just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, what do we got here? 1-2 count. Oh, really? That ball was high. Man, Dante don't like that call. Dante don't like that call. You cheating for Shabaya. All right, second at bat, top of the third. Game is tied at 1. Got a run on first base. Hey, bro, stay still. Let me do my thing. I'm trying to improve my draft stock, and I can't if you jumping around on first base. Is that selfish? Yes. But this is Road to the Show, and it's my show. All right, so here we are again. The next at bat, top of the third. Shabaya is still in the game. The game is tied at 1. First pitch swinging out in front. Getting good wood, but just gotta slow that bat down a little bit. 0-1 count. Shabaya's a little tricky. He's a little tricky. I really wish he pitched the ball though. Just stay still. No lead. 0-1 pitch. Pitch out. They are really drastically concerned with the runner right there. So I should be able to take advantage of that. So 1-1 count. Give me something to hit so I can pop your stuff so you can just bring about regret. Oh, blew it by him. 94 at the knees. Nah. 1-2 count. Come on. Oh, hit it good. That's good contact, but it's caught. Dante's making good contact in either view. So you don't know. You don't know what to say. All right, third at bat. Top of the 6th inning. New pitchers up. Dante's back on the right side of the plate. It's a lefty here. Oh, slow curve that could have got whacked, but it didn't. It didn't. Come on, Dante. Oh, ripped it up the middle. Base hit. No, caught. Looked like a base hit. That looked like that had base hit written all over it, but it didn't. Top of the 7th inning, still no hits in this second game. Dante back on the left side of the plate. First pitch swinging just popped it up. I don't know. Felt like he saw the ball well both ways, but having to get the hit the other way. Now here we are in the field. Had a little bit of ways to go. Decided to. Dante wanted you to see that. He wanted you to see it. Makes the catch. And the Central Division, not the Central Division, the Central team wins again. As we told you already, Dante doesn't really care. But he does care about the fact that they keep snatching inches off his height every single time they show him on a cut scene. Dante worked hard to get to 6'7". Ate a lot of vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Did a lot of exercises, spine stretching exercises. They have the spine length when he was created. So he worked hard, and the cutscenes just keep taking his height away, which is not cool. But Central wins 5-3. So that is gonna do it for the entire the showcase. So now it's time for the real deal. It's time for the real deal. So the advisor is telling me you've done all you can do. I gotta sit here and just wait. And you know what? We'll see. Hey, you know, I got some other stuff I want to talk to you about. See, the advisor keeps wanting to tell me just go concentrate on baseball. Look, I'm a brand. I'm a brand in itself, and I'm building this brand from the beginning. As usual, you know, Dante is not going to just sit here and just say you do you, or ask you, do you think we should? And Dante wants to be involved in the complete shaping of his brand. He should have hit the ball better, because right about now nobody's high on his bat. Not right now. But he made some good contact. So the advisor says he's going to make some calls. You know, where are we planning to be for the draft? He said, man, I'm going to be at home, brother. I'm waiting to see what happens. Now, I was really happy. You know, Dante did not want to go to the Cardinals. Dante did not want to go to the Cardinals. But he was mad he lasted into the 5th round. The 21st pick in the 5th round is Dante Withenshaw, and it is the New York Mets. Which, now, I was also happy because he didn't want to go to the LA Angels, because, you know, if you're a center fielder, you will not be playing for a while. It's Mike Trout country. So Dante gets the call from the GM of the Mets. Man, I cannot hide my excitement. I am excited. It all sounds good, but I'm gonna try to be cool, stay calm, don't get too over exuberant. So they're happy that they got me. I bet you are. You should be. You should very well be happy, because I'm coming with the bang. You know, and I'm coming with a bang. So I'm ready. It is unreal. Who doesn't want to be drafted? Who does not want to be drafted? I'd also like a better jacket, because that jacket, especially the right elbow portion of the jacket, is bothering me. I don't think that my arms are getting the proper ventilation that they need. So I need another jacket. I do. So the Mets are gonna give me an offer sheet, and I'm pretty pleased with where it landed. The advisor's telling me that they're gonna send me an offer sheet, and hey, I always want to know. I always want to know more information. And the advisor's done a lot of research, and he's confident that the deal we're looking at is good. So yeah, man, you know, I don't want to drag it on too much longer. We're gonna go out here and we're gonna get ready to play some baseball. Let's get ready. Let's go do it. You know, I do always want to explore my options, but it's time for Dante to go. Obviously, you know, we're not jumping straight to the majors. We gotta probably go to AA first. Does anybody know who the New York Mets AA affiliate is? Does anybody know? I don't know, but we have signed with the Mets, and we're ready to go. I appreciate you watching. Next episodes probably won't be as long. Won't be covering as much ground, but Dante's ready.